everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Darla Lucian of Darla Lucian Studios, and we are working on our purple projects, number 5. But before we get started, I'm going to ask you to hit the like button, subscribe and hit the notification bell, comment. Have you been working on a project? Do you do a group of projects together at the same time to kind of save yourself a little bit of time, or to try some creative ideas across a few different mediums? Share with other crafty people, and let's keep that inspiration rolling. Okay, so I pretty much left these where we left them at the end of the last video. I did add a few things, but nothing too major. So we are just going to start tucking. So remember, we did this one last time. I'm going to leave this one for an ex libris. I don't want to fill too many things. Let's see. Let's think about where we want. The around the page one. The around the page one's pretty fun. Put it here on that page. I like how that looks. All right, let's do that. Oh, I'm gonna lose my lid, and then I will wonder what happened. All right, so I'm just gluing it in a C shape on the one side first, and then I'm going to glue the other side after. I want to make sure I have it lined up exactly where I want it, so that the glue goes exactly where it needs to. You know what I'm saying. So how have you guys been since the last time we chatted? For me, it was just yesterday. For you, hopefully you've been watching the videos every day as they've come out. My daughter has been crazy with the desserts this week. I don't know what we did to deserve her attention, but we had strawberry milkshakes last night after supper, and they were outstanding. She is in the zone. I'm just waiting a second for it to grab, because you know how tacky glue is. It will slip a little at the beginning. I think I want this one and this one. Let's see. And I also have these two corner pockets, which actually I was going to sew first. I better do that actually. It's no good to do them the way they are, because they'll just be too floppy. Let's see. Oh, this is meant to be a pocket as well. That's good there. I like it. I like the green and the flowers kind of together. Do you remember the mask make that we did of all the pockets? Well, isn't it handy to have these to put in these journals now? Because they just kind of grab some and then just pop them in. A little slick as anything. Oops. Just realized I might be working off screen for you guys a little bit here, so I don't want to do that. It's not tucked down on that corner, so let's just give it a little glue. That might have just been glue stick. I can't remember actually what we use to glue these together. And glue stick isn't always as something you can count on, so. Okay, let's see. So we've got this one, this long one here, which makes me want to put a long one like this in the second signature. So let's take a look here where we could put something. Ooh, that has good potential, doesn't it? I don't think I'm going to find anything better than that spot. That looks great. And so this one's the double tuck. So we're just going to glue that on 3 sides. Making these in a mass make sort of way was a lot of fun. And I did end up mass making a number of different kinds of things after that even, and that was so helpful when I had a big order go out. As I had lots of stuff that I could put in there. Okay, yeah, that's good. Okay, let's see. This one is nice and stiff, so we could put it somewhere. Where do we want that? Maybe on the other half. Oh, the other half has a CD there. Okay. I do like it on this paper, so just because I like the way the colors play together. We're definitely going to have to make some more stuff. This isn't going to be enough, but that's a good start, I think. So this one is Pages from The Kids Are Worth It. And so some of the stuff that they're talking about, not very pleasant, I guess. Talking about punishing, use of negative reinforcement degrades, humiliates, and dehumanizes children who are the objects of it. You know, we probably want to embellish that, so we're not reading that one. All right. Let's see. Where do we want to put this? Coffee dye and coffee dye. Coffee dye across from coffee dye. Ooh, kind of keeps the pattern. That's so pretty. That would cover most of that up. Oh, see, this is better right here. Color pops. And we're going to glue this whole thing down rather than make it a double pocket. So this is a pocket made out of my coffee dyed with the lace. And it turned out so well. And I have just been enjoying using those in all the journals. Every time I use them, it just makes me smile. I'm so happy with how they turned out. And then with a little extra inking and a little stenciling. Check Friday's video. You'll see how we made these. Oh, it was so much fun. It's fun to use the things that you make and then, you know, making it into bigger projects. That's great. All right. So this is similar to the one that we had just added, wherever we added that. Why can't I find it now? Somewhere in here. There it is. So it's the same pattern of paper, and so I don't want to use it in the second signature because it's already used there, but maybe in the first? Oh, but the green is used here. Well, that's not awful if I have it up high enough so that it doesn't show. I think we can do that. All right. This one's so cute. I am going to make this like a pocket behind, plus itself, the envelope is a pocket. So we just got to remember to have it kind of up and in a little more than I would normally, just because. All right. So we're actually getting quite a few things in here now. Let's see what else. Potentially we could use one of those. There is that one. I don't want to use any more of that particular one. Okay. Where did I put that one with the purple? That was the second signature, right? Yes. So this one should go in the first signature. About there. Maybe there. Awesome. Oh, I'm not going to shift it. Okay. All right, and then in the second signature, we want to add one of these as a pocket, but they're too wide, apparently. So let me use this one that needs to be cut down a little. Okay, and we'll keep this little piece because I'm sure that can be useful for something collage-wise. So there's that, potentially. There's a few signatures in here, let's see. Gotta think about where I want this. So let's see, what do we have at the back here? Come back from this way. Okay, well, that's got some potential. Yeah, I don't like it on there. Do like it on there as well. I think I like it better on there. All right. So we're gluing this down as a pocket. Just making sure we're in frame here. Okay, good. Okay. So then I'm thinking, yeah, we got some of those. Potentially put in an envelope type thing. This is just cut off there so that it's a pocket. We could actually mark it as a pocket even. Pencil. I always find that the thumb holes help to let people know that that actually is a pocket there. Always good to do that. So obviously I don't want to have that part on. Let's see where we're going to put this guy. Seems a little and that's a bit more contrasting. So obviously when we put a card in, it's going to be seen through the pocket. See if I can find one that'll fit. Will this fit or is it too big? It's about the right size. So you can kind of see it there. Could even cut it just slightly shorter so that it fits right in there. But let's collage a little and put something on there. So I've been saving my scraps up. You know me. I always have tons and tons of scraps. I'm going to move these guys to the other side. Okay. Take the journal out of our way for just a second. Okay. What should we do with that edge? Something interesting? Just going to use my Victorian scissors. Yeah. Cut across there so it has kind of an interesting part there. Okay. Oh man, I have gluey fingers again. Alright, slide that back down. Now we see just a little bit there. It's all fun. Alright, so figuring this one out. There's lots of different little pieces here. That's fun. Oh, there's a nice big strip of that. This one also. Take a little bit of that there and come down. That'll fill that space up very nicely. Let's just take that little peak off. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to put that down. Where's my glue stick? A bit bigger piece, so I don't mind starting with that, and then if I cover a little bit of it, the edges is fine because it's so very big, right? Okay. lined up. And that. Okay, so that's good. And then we have this. And this. Or just different things. And there's still some of these strips of the painty book pages that we did. So that might be fun to do too. A little strip on here. Well, I'm liking that, so I think we'll go with that. And bring it up to cover up there. Okay, so then I need a little piece to come across here. Now, that might be where this stuff comes in handy. Just a little strip of this. This is why you save your bits, because you just never know how small of a piece could be just the right piece. There we go. And then this part here, I'm not even worried about covering because I like this color to go with kind of like the color of what we've been doing. I'm gluing it upside down on purpose so people aren't reading the words as much, because that's not kind of the important part here. It's just having the text there. Alright, so more embellishment could be done to this, but I'm going to do that later. So let's just slide these things away. Good thing. Alright, and then I thought to put it here on this page, right? So with that purple it really pops out, I think. And I'm going to glue it down so that it's a pocket as well, double pocket. So we can put something tall in there behind it. I'm just going to do a really good line of glue so that that stays down really well. Okay, I'll set that glue down. Okay, good. So then, where's the other ones that we were doing? Are these them? Let's grab a taupe one of them too. Alright, so this one is a similar idea, except it's got this fold up part that happens, and so then there's a double pocket here. 1, 2, plus the pocket in here, and then plus the pocket here when you glue it to the page, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, which is fun. And so this one is in the second signature, so we will do this one and the first signature somewhere. But first, a collage. this might be the thing to do here. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to fold this way so that I can just kind of draw how I want to cut this. I'm actually going to give myself a little lip to go into the pocket. So, and the good news is if we do this before we glue it all together, that means that this kind of can open right up, which makes it much easier to work with. So I'm just using glue stick for this. Because it's paper to paper, and you know, it's paper to paper, so it should be good. Anyway, we're hoping for it to be good. Alright, so I'm kind of lining it up on the bottom, and I didn't do a great job of that. So let's try that again. I feel like my glue is drying out on me already. Oh, I still got a little bit left. Alright, and then I'm just going to tuck this right over the edge, and it will just reinforce that lip a little bit, which will be good. Then I'm just going to trim that little excess off there. Okay. And then again, before we glue this part up, we're going to collage in here. So this is quite pretty. I do not mind that at all. Okay, so I'm gonna put the glue on this actually, and then just put the paper on. And then we'll just cut off the excess. So on this side we have to go fairly low down because the pocket comes lower here. But on the other side we don't have to come down quite as far. So this one I'm not tearing. I don't know why. I just am not. Let's trim this one to the size. I could have tucked some of it under to reinforce that edge. I forgot to do that. That's okay. It's not a necessary step. It's just kind of a nice to-do thing. Is this going to be long enough over here? Yep. Okay, so let's put that on then. Some of these bigger strips definitely make this collaging part go by fast, which is nice. Yep, so that works. Okay. And now what else do we want on here? Okay, this thing. Put some of this across the top. Just like so. Just a little tiny bit right there, don't I? Okay, let's see what we find here. Oh, there's some more of the same, which we don't really necessarily want. Oh, there's some of this. This is interesting stuff, isn't it? Maybe we'll grab a little snip of that. That looks good. Alright, so to glue on the collage stuff, I have been using the glue stick. But when I go to glue the envelope back together, I'm going to use tacky glue for that. So that we don't lose the grip once we use the pocket. So first we just do this little side here to glue that back together, that tiny little bit, and then we glue here and here, and that goes up. Can I go off? Yes, you can. All right, so there we are. So this one needs something in it too. But we might worry about what we're going to put in a little bit later when we start filling up the journals with other things. Alright, so and then when I go to glue this down in the journal, obviously I also will want to have tacky glue, because pockets see a lot of wear. Alright, so now where are we going to put this little guy? So let's see what's going on here. So we got one there, a few pages, and then we got this one here. And then there's this one here, so that's one, two, three in the front half of the first signature. And one, two. So let's put it in the second half somewhere. Where do we want it? We need it on this side, I think, so that we can put stuff in behind. All right. I'll put it this way because then I know which side is the open side if I put it by my hand always. Just makes it easier for me. Okay. So now we'll just pop that on there. Oh, this is coming together really nicely. I like how these are looking. How pretty is that? And that came together very quickly. And we still need to do a little bit of decorating on here, but that is not going to be a problem. Alright, so I'm just making sure that that isn't over gluing down there a little bit. I feel like I'm squishing stuff out of it. Okay. Alright, so we have 3 and 3 in the first signature. So then what do we have in the second signature? We have 1, 2, oh, they're back to back. It does make the rest of it feel a bit empty when they're back to back with it. And then 1, 2. Alright, so we have 2 and 2, so we need to put a couple more in here. Don't exactly want to put the same kind in. Can we put something slightly different in? I wonder. What if we put Sorry, I'm just rummaging through some of my scraps here to see what might work. Well, that's a very tiny scrap. Okay. So, I'm just going to bring this over because I can barely reach here. So these are my more neutral scraps. I even have some of the cut-offs from the envelopes in here for right now. Ooh, that's quite pretty. See, there's some different kinds of things that I've done. That's one of my digitals I'm working on. Oh, this is quite stiff. Let's try some of that maybe. That could make a pocket because it's stiff, you know. And that one is just nice with the book page and the neutral. I'd have to put it on cardstock or a book page or something, though. Well, speaking of cardstock or book page, let's take a look and see what I have under here. Obviously, we want to use the gray. This cream would work good with that. Oh, there's one that's got a cut already. Let's maybe grab that one. Alright, so we need one in the front part, probably closer to here maybe. Okay, so let's grab this one. I'm just going to slice it so that we get off that little dot there. And then we want it to be like that, let's say. I'm just using my fingers for the measurement. Sometimes you don't need to have an exact measurement to just know what you want to do. Alright, so I'm going to glue this down. Actually, I am going to ink this first. And I am just going to see what's still on my sponge. Because I want it to be faint. I don't want it to be too overt. It's embossed, so it should pick up some of the color of the pigment. And give it a little bit of a textured look that way. Nice. Yeah, that's coming beautifully. Just really subtle, right? We don't need anything too fancy. Alright, but the edges, however, the edges I would like to see a little inked up. So let's do that. Just gives it a bit of a frame. So I still have the triangles that I want to put in. I want to put in a belly band and a fabric flip. So that'll be 2 more things for each. And then I'll have to decide after that where we want to go as far as that. But I haven't made the belly band or the fabric flip yet. So that might be something to work on. Ooh. There we go. This is just such a pretty one, and it's such a great neutral. Like you can make it do whatever you need it to, whatever color, wherever we're gonna go with it. It's kind of fun that way. So I went with kind of the brighter pink, pinky kind of purple, because you know, this is kind of very neutral, light purple, and there's just kind of a slight medium there. So I just wanted to make this pop out a little. Okay, so now let's go to the back half. And we were going to do a little strip of this somewhere. So let's see, we got one there. We got one there. I actually kind of like it there. All right, so first things first is we need to figure out exactly what our size is for this. I'm just going to use my pencil to make a little tick mark. About there, I think. And let's just cut that part off. Saving the rest of that scrap for later. Okay, and then we're going to need the same size out of this. So let's just see how will it fit best. Oh, I can make it go right there. So let's do that. So waste not, want not, right? So I still have a little bit hanging over there, so we're just going to cut that end off. We're just going to make this cream be literally reinforcement. We're not actually going to see it. Not really. So just for the fun of it, we're going to use tacky glue to glue this down. Just around, like so. That goes on there. Pretty good. Alright, and then the three sides here. And that gives us 3 pockets in each half of each signature. So, that's a good start. And then, like I said, the belly bands and the triangle pockets will be great. Alright, so that's, I think, what we can do for this video. So I hope that you've had a little bit of fun and maybe you've been crafting along with me. But thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video. Bye!